So, what we're doing, Ellie, just get you caught up with us. Right here, the letter that I've got right here, this Vav right here, if it's at the beginning of a word, then it's the word and. It's the word and. And so you're going to see this Shiva underneath it. This is probably the most common way you're going to see it. But you can also see it with a dot here, with the dagesh there. If the dagesh is there, then it's going to have the u sound because it's the sharuk. All right, and you can also have a comments underneath it, but it's all the same word and. So if the vav is at the beginning of the word, it's going to be the word and. Then we have the word the, which is the hey with the patak underneath it, and that's pronounced ha. This is pronounced vi, and this is pronounced ha. So there is no indefinite article. All right, the indefinite article is a, right, like a box or a tree or a chair or a table. That's the indefinite article. In Hebrew, the indefinite article is assumed. All right, so if there is no definite article, for instance, if I was to take away let me get Ellie up here. So I put the vav and the a here. So this is and the king, ha melech. So the king is melech. That's the last three letters there. Melech, melech. If I put a hey in front of it, it's the king, ha melech. If I put a vav and a hey in front of it, it's and the king, ha melech. Behamelech. And I was talking about how that the root of melech is this word right here, lekah. Lekah is to walk. So what does walking have to do with being a king? Because the kings were to have the Torah written out. They were to write the Torah themselves, and then they have the Torah next to them all the time because they were to walk the Torah before, because people were going to follow their walk. So it's not what a king says, it's how we walk. So we talked about how that we are also kings and priests unto God, and as kings and priests unto God, it's not what we say, it's how we walk. So that's kind of brings you. That's kind of a nut. I kind of did that real quick, but that's what we're talking about today. All right. So with that little introduction, let me erase this out here. All right. Now I gave you a handout. I sent that to you. Hopefully you've downloaded it. This handout right here.
Yes, I did. It's the one on vocabulary. Yes.
Okay, and so what we're going to do, we're going to go over the these words that are here, because this is going to give us a little bit of introduction with a little bit of vocabulary as we go along. So we're going to start at the right, because this is Hebrew class, and we always start at the right-hand side of the page, at the top of the right. That first one at the very top, can somebody pronounce that for me? Okay, does everybody agree with that? Atah? Does atah sound right to everybody? Okay, that's atah. That's masculine singular for the word you.
Oh.
If I was going to address Skip, I would address him as atah, you. Atah. Okay?
With a hey in front of it. Hey, you.
Okay, so we'll get to the feminine here in a little bit. I haven't got down to that yet. So let's go to the top middle now. What is that? What is that word? How do you say that word? First of all, what letters are there? Let's identify the four letters. What's the first letter?
Aleph.
What's the second?
Noon.
Noon. Okay. What's the and what the third letter? Ka.
Hey you.
Ka.
And then what's the last letter?
Yod.
The yod. All right. Now let's get the vowels. What's the first vowel underneath the aleph? What vowel is that?
Ah.
That's the kamatz. That's the ah sound. Okay. What's the vowel over the noon?
Mm,
That's the column.
Oh.
That's the column. And then what sound is the column? O. Then the letter underneath the ka. The name of that letter.
I don't know.
Okay. I'm sorry, the vowel rather. The vowel underneath the ka. Keterik. Of mode. All right. So let's pronounce that now.
Oh.
Sounds like a soup I ate today at Olive Garden. All right. Anoki. Anoki. Anoki.
Wow.
If I want this, so this is the emphatic I. The emphatic I. I myself, or I alone, or I and no other. For instance, the Ten Commandments, right? The Ten Commandments, they are the 10 words actually in Hebrew. I don't know why we end up with, but they're the 10 words.
Huh.
But it starts off with this word right here, Anoki. I and I alone am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land. All right. The first commandment, that's the first commandment. I know everybody, but that's the first commandment. Is that he brought us? He's the one that brought us out of bondage. All right.
Question. Is the yud just silent then?
I'm sorry.
Is the yud just silent?
The yud. What happens with the yud when it follows the consonant as a vowel and you have a yud, it lengthens the vowel. That's why we have the ai and the and the other one. So this is anoki. And remember that we had the vowel with the karik and the yud, and it was still the e sound. It was still the karik sound, the e sound, because it just kind of lengthens it a little bit. It just kind of makes it a little bit longer. If that was if that was a patak or a kamatz there in front of it, then it'd be k or it'd be k, because it'd be ai sound, right? All right, then one on the left hand side top. What is how are we going to pronounce that one? Ani, ani. That's I. That's just that's a simple form of I, and that's masculine singular and also feminine singular. So it doesn't matter whether you're masculine or feminine. It's ani, ani. All right, let's go to the one on the second column on the right hand side of the page. How would we say that word? Yeah, I heard one person say he. Is that correct? He. So she is he. She is he. All right. So now let's go to the center one. And how can we pronounce that one?
Better not be she.
What's that? I heard somebody say who. Does that sound right? What's that vowel right there with the vav? That's the karuk, right? Sharuk.
Yeah.
All right. So that's who. Who. So who is he? So who is he?
Wow.
She is he.
So he is she, and who is he? So everybody say this. He is she.
He is
He
she.
is he.
Who is he?
Who is he?
Who is he?
Okay.
And what is you?
Okay, so let's go on. Well, let's go to the next one. The right hand of the, I'm sorry, the second column, the left hand side. What is that?
It's a long thing down here.
Why is that? Hang on, that shouldn't be,
Yeah, I was got at the top.
something's wrong there. Something's wrong there. Hang on just a second. My mind's going blank on me here. Just a second. That's not happening. This should be a tit. There should be a tav between the hay and the olive, all right? So that should be olive, tav, hay. So if you want to write those letters up above that, olive, tav, hay. Should be this way. Olive, tav, hay.
Same vowel markings.
Yeah, same ball markings. Actually, that's going to be underneath the tav, not the hay, all right?
The batak is underneath the hay, underneath the tom.
Yes. No, the patak is underneath the olive. Okay, so we got the olive with the patak underneath it. Then you have the tav with the shiva underneath it,
And the hay's got nothing.
and the hay has nothing.
Okay.
Now, how do we pronounce that? Atir. That's you feminine singular. So you masculine singular was ata, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we have you feminine singular, which is atir. So ata is it masculine or feminine? Atir is feminine.
Feminine.
Atir.
Ata. Ate. Ata.
Yeah. Atir. Masculine, feminine, or
Is the Shiva acting as a stop there too, or no?
no? It's that you're actually atir. This is the yes sound. Okay. All right. Atir. All right. Let's go to the next one then. The right hand side on the third column. How do you say that word? First of all, what are the three letters that we got there?
Olive.
Olive.
Sophie, okay? So how would we say that?
Tav Sophie.
Aten. Aten, that's the plural form of you. So if I was going to address everybody, it's aten. That's the you, that's the plural form in the feminine form, all right? Aten.
Does that mean you're
addressing
If I'm addressing a group of women, it's aten. If you're all women, you're aten, okay? But if there's one male in there, then it's the next one over in the middle, and that's how we pronounce that. Atem. Atem. So a mixed group would be atem. A group of just women alone would be aten. Okay? Then masculine, feminine.
And
Yes.
Because the second one is just male plural.
We're mixed.
The mixed group is the we, wouldn't it? be?
No, well, no, that's when they were responding back. But if I'm speaking to a group of mixed group, it's going to be the masculine. Okay.
All right.
All right. All right. Then we have the next one over the left-hand side, third column. Let's see if we can pronounce that one, but that might help.
Nachnu.
Very good. Anaknu. Tov mod.
Grazie.
Yeah, yopi, yopi. Okay, anaknu. Naknu, that's we, and that's masculine and feminine. That's if we're talking about, if it's a mixed group, then we would say we in anaknu. Masculine and feminine, either one. All right, now we're going to the right-hand side, the fourth column down. Gum, 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 also. Okay, let's go to the middle one. Hain. Remember my mind is going faster than I'm thinking here. What's that vowel? What's that vowel underneath there? That's the why am I forgetting that?
Sari?
Sari. Sari. All right, so we got A sound. So that's hain. Okay. All right, then we got the next. That's the feminine form of they. Now, if we want the masculine form, it's the left-hand side. How do we say that word? Haim. So haim and haim. It's going to be fun because we're going to start working with some of this just in just a little bit. All right, so let's go to the right-hand side, the fifth column down. We say that word. Ma. And what does ma mean? What? Ma.
What?
Ma. Ma is what? Ma is what? What is ma? What is ma? Ma. All right, then we have the middle one. What's that word?
Low?
Low is no or not. Low is no or not. So it negates the word that follows it. Okay? It gives a negative contents to it. So it's either no or not. And then the next one? No. Cain is yes or so. Could be so. Word so. Yes or so. Cain. Depends on how it's used in a sentence, whether it's the word yes or whether it's the word so. Okay, let's go to the right-hand side, the sixth column down. How would we say that? Very good. Talmid. The shiva is a stop underneath the lamed. So we got Talmid. Two-syllable word there, Talmid. Talmid is a disciple or student. So that's the masculine singular. So the males in this room are Talmid. We'll talk about plurals maybe next week, but today we're just going to do the singular, all right? So that masculine singular is Talmid. So Skip is a Talmid, and
The ladies will be the last one.
yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. Yeah. All right. So the middle one is what? Shalom. That can be peace, hello, or goodbye. Shalom.
So the Beatles song is when I say hello, you say goodbye. It's the same word.
It's the same word.
It's
Yeah.
the same word.
Yeah.
I say shalom.
You say shalom.
Yeah. Shalom. It's a great.
Sorry, I gave-
Here's the interesting thing. When you get into the picture language behind the letters, the sheen is the picture of teeth or fire, but teeth is very good. It means to consume, to destroy, or to consume. So we use the word destroy there. The lamed is a shepherd's staff, which denotes authority. So you have the authority there. The vav is the nail, which has to do with with securing something or with establishing something. Okay, and then mem is water, which is chaotic. So shalom happens when you destroy the authority that establishes chaos.
Amen. Wow.
It doesn't mean the chaos has stopped. It just means that you have destroyed the authority that establishes it. Why do we have peace with God? Because Satan's works have been destroyed. And so his authority is no longer in our life. Because the authority of Satan is gone in our life, now we have peace with God. Because we've destroyed the authority that created the chaos in our life. Isn't that awesome?
Right.
All right. It also means that when I can have peace in the middle of a storm, because I just don't let the storm have the authority to take away my peace.
Yeah.
So I decide whether or not I'm going to let the storm take away my peace or not. I'm going to decide whether I give it authority or not. Same way with other people. See, you can't take away my peace because I'm not going to give you the power to do it. You can't make me mad. You can't make me glad. See, I make me mad and I make me glad. I decide whether I should be mad or not, and I decide whether I should be glad or not. Somebody says, "Oh, he just makes me so mad." Well, what do you give him the power for? You decide whether or not it's proper to be angry or not. So if you're getting angry on the cuff, what you're actually doing is you're allowing somebody else to control your emotion. And God doesn't want you to do that. He wants you to learn to control your own emotions and not let other people control them. Same way with fear. You can't make me afraid. I choose to be afraid. You put a gun in my face, I choose whether or not I'm going to be afraid of you or not. It's a choice I make. I could stand there and literally not be afraid looking at you with a gun pointed right in my face. If I chose not to be afraid, I would not be afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the case in point. Most people are familiar with the book Crossing the Switchblade by David Wilkerson. He was in New York City, and what was the kid's name? Nicky Cruz. Nicky Cruz comes up and he puts a knife in front of him, and he says, "Preacher," he said, "I could cut you up in a million pieces." Now, most of us that would have made us afraid. We would have chosen to be afraid because we would have believed that he would have done that. But here was David Wilkerson, and he chose not to be afraid that day. He made the decision that there was a greater one within him than what was in the world. And he stood and looked at Nicky Cruz that day, and he said, "You could cut me in a million pieces, Nicky, if you wanted to. But every one of those pieces would be shouting out that I love you and God loves you."
Wow.
Yeah,
and
we
Nicky
need
Cruz
that.
got to his knees and got born again. And I think unless he passed away, he's still a minister of the gospel today.
Yeah.
So we make a decision to be afraid or not. And once we understand that we have the power to make that decision, then it empowers us then to be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might, casting down all imaginations and everything that exalted itself up against the knowledge of God, casting them down, those thoughts that bring fear and bring turmoil and bring chaos into your life. So I get to preaching.
That's
Amen.
good. Preach more.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it's so good.
That's what Shalom tells us.
we need that.
That's what Shalom tells us.
Yeah.
See, you don't get that
Yep.
out of the piece in the English Bible.
You don't get it out of the word peace in the English Bible.
Yeah, I never heard that before.
All right, so let's look at the next word now. How would we pronounce that word? Me. So me is who?
Ah,
Okay, so she is he, who is he, and he is who. Ma is what?
Yeah.
All right.
Ma-
So before I get to the last three, no, I just want to do this right here. I have we have a couple of people here today. One guy's name is Goybert. Okay, so I'm going to be Goybert. Goy, you know the Goy. Okay, I'm going to be a Goybert. All right. And the other guy is this guy by the name of Yoshi. Yoshi's got a bow tie. So that's how you tell the difference. They look very similar to each other. This is Yoshi. This is Goybert. Okay, Goybert. I don't know if I can get the Goybert out, but anyway. All right, so Goybert is going to start this conversation in the right way. Hello, Yossi. I heard you know Hebrew. Yes, I do. I was wondering what the Hebrew for he is. Who? Not anyone in particular. I just want to know, what is he? He is she. Who? No. Who is he? I thought you said he is she. Yes, that is correct. What is correct? He is she. I have no idea what you said. Who is she? No. Who is he? I don't want to know who he is. Now I want to know what she is in Hebrew. He. He who?
I feel like I'm on first base.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is correct. But he is she. Who is she? No. Who is he? Why do you keep asking me who is he? I thought you were asking me what he is in Hebrew. Me? That is who? Who is me? No, who is he? Me is who? I don't want to know who you are. I want to know who is he. That's correct.
Yes.
But I have no idea what I'm saying. But you say it so well. Who, me? Why are you asking me who he is? No, I'm asking you, what is he? He is she. Who is she? No, who is he? I'm very lost. Me is who? Who is he? He is she. Very good. You said that so well. What did I say? Me is who is he, and he is she. Well, if you must know, you're crazy. I don't know who he is, and if she is a he, I sure don't want to know her. All right, so that's a little bit of a fun little thing. Almost like who's on first.
Have fun with that one too.
Almost like being on first, right? Who's on first?
Who's on first?
All right.
Yeah.
So now we got the last column, the bottom one on the right. What is it? Okay, this is the, okay. So we have the plural form, the feminine plural form of Talmud, and that's Talmidot. Because a plural form, this isn't cut in stone, all right? This didn't come down from the mountain. But for the most part, the plural form on the feminine is going to be the yud, tav. With a column over. Okay? This is oat. So if I have the Talmud and I add the Vav and the Tav at the end of it, I have Talmidot. So feminine disciples or feminine students are Talmidot. Talmidot.
It's a Vav, not a U.
I'm sorry, it's the Vav. Very good. Sorry about that. You're right. It is the Vav. Talmidot.
So the V sound is just silent then?
Yeah, the Vav sound is silent because when there's a vowel associated with it, then unless it's a sheva, okay. But if it's a vowel like a colon or one of the other vowels, then it's all right. Okay, then we have the plural form for the male, and that's going to be that's where I got the yud in my brain. All right. The yud mem kafi yim. So that's going to be yim. It's got a dot right here. Yim. So Talmudim. This one's going to have the dot before with the right here. I'm sorry. Talmudim. Okay. Talmudim. So masculine is going to have the Yudim. For instance, so the masculine plural is going to have the Yudim on. The city of Jerusalem. Jerusalem in Hebrew is Yerushalayim. You hear the yim on the end of it? Yerushalayim. Yerushalayim. So that's a masculine plural. So the city of Jerusalem is a plural word. Yerushalayim. Jerusalem is plural. Why? Because there's two Jerusalems. There's the heavenly Jerusalem and the earthly Jerusalem.
Oh.
There's the Jerusalem from above, the Jerusalem on the earth.
You see that one coming down from upstairs.
So when we're talking about Yerushalayim, we're talking about both of them at the same time. They are both connected. They're connected. They're inseparable. They are connected.
Wow.
So it really is the holy city, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow.
All right. And then we have the feminine word for disciple over there on the left-hand side, Amidah. Amidah. Feminine for the singular disciple. So masculine singular disciple is Talmid. A feminine disciple is the Talmidah. Talmidah. All right. So let's have some fun now.
Talmidot, Talmidim, Talmidah.
Let's have some fun. My name is David. So we're going to put the David here. Okay, so that's my name, David. So how would I say, I am David? Ani David. So where is the verb? Okay, so we got, let's start over here. Okay, so Ani David is, but actually this is I, and this is David. So I just said I, David. Because in Hebrew, many times the verb is assumed, okay? What do we call that in English when you have, I forget, anyway. So it's I am David, but the am is understood. That's what I'm talking about. It's understood. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So actually I'm only literally saying I David, but it's understood as I've said I am David. when Joseph's brothers and they revealed themselves to Joseph, Joseph reveals himself to his brothers. He says these two words, Ani Yosef. Ani Yosef. That's all he said. And fear got into their hearts because but he revealed himself. Kind of interesting. Very good story. All right. So let's say this. Let's say this. What if I wanted to say to a woman, "Who are you?" So I want to say. So who is what?
Me.
Me.
Me. Okay. So let's get the man. It's mem used, right?
Mhm.
With the Henry. Okay, so that's who. The is understood. Okay. So now what's the feminine singular? Ateh. Aleph.
Hey.
Yeah.
A. Ateh
Yeah.
is who are you? And I'll put a question mark right there, okay? Who are you? This is feminine singular. Okay, so let's say that I asked that to a girl by the name of Sarah. She would then turn around and say, Ani Sarah. Okay, Ani Sarah. I am Sarah. If I said, who are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I said to this group right here, because we got males and females together, I wanted to say, what are you? What are you? So this is what are you?
Ma.
So ma is what, right?
Mhm.
Ma.
Ma. Aladdin.
Aladdin?
That's what we would answer.
Oh, that should be a hey. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking. This gets so confusing to me trying to think in English and Hebrew at the same time here. Okay, so ma. Do I have the right vowel underneath that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So, and then I wanted to say, what are you?
What?
So it's going to be masculine plural, right? Atem. Ma'atem. All right. I'm not going to write it up here. All right. So then let's say that they want to respond. Then what would they say if they responded to that? If we're talking about disciples, okay, and they want to say we are disciples, how would they respond to say we are disciples? How do you say we are disciples?
Aladdin?
Sorry.
Aladdin?
Well, that's Talmudim, but what about the plural for we? Anachnu. So anachnu Talmudim. We are disciples. We are students.
Mm. No.
Okay, if I was talking, if I was talking to a group of about a group of females, and I wanted to say they are students, how would I say that? they are students. Feminine. Aim, Talmudot. Students, they are students. Because you gotta do
Talmud.
the plural. Okay? Amidot.
Mhm.
If I wanted to say she is a student, then how would I say that? He
He
is a student.
Talmida.
Tamida.
He, Talmidah. He, Talmidah. So she is a student, he, Talmidah. If I wanted to say he is a student, what would I say?
Who?
Who Talmid?
Him.
Who Talmid?
Oh, who Talmid.
Okay, now I'm gonna throw you a curve. How would I say I am not a student? So I am not a student. So what's the word for I?
Ani.
Ani.
Anilo.
Ani. Lo.
Ani lo.
Tamida. Tamid.
Ani lo Talmid. Ani lo Talmid. I'm not a student. Ani lo Talmid.
Ani lo
I'm
Talmid.
not a student. I don't know what I am, but I'm not a student. I'm the teacher. I'm the Marat, all right? Ani Marat. I am the student. I am Hamarat.
I'm
Okay?
stuck on Aleph Base.
All right. All right. So, okay. So if I said, let's do, Skip, I'll tell you what. How about if I ask you this question? Skip, are you a student? How would you answer me?
Ani.
Tamid.
Okay, but I just asked you a question, are you a student? So how would you? So you could say I am a student, you could make it emphatic, but what I'm getting at is, I want you to say, yes, I am a student. Yes.
Cain. Cain.
Okay.
Ani Tamid.
Cain, Ani, Tamid.
Cain. Ani. Talmid.
Tamid. Yeah.
Cain.
Okay,
Ani.
if it was a woman, if it was a girl, let's say, let's do Hannah. Hannah, are you a student? Yes, Tamida. Very good. All right, the feminine is singular. Okay. Let's see what other ones they can do.
Cain. Cain.
We did it pretty much what? Okay, what? Okay.
Question?
Yeah.
For Talmud, you know, the second from the right from the bottom.
Okay.
Talmud, how do you know that that's a D at the end? Because it has the dot in it?
No, well, the dot is just it's a dagesh, and these letters get dageshes for a number of reasons. But the way I know that is because it's very difficult to see it, but it does come back to the right of the line that goes down. It does come behind the line, and so that the dalet does that. The resh is also more rounded, so that's why you do it. And it is hard to distinguish between the resh and the dalet, but the resh is a little more rounded. In fact, in the Shema, in the Torah scroll, the letter dalet and the letter dalet is written really large, because they wanted to make sure that you don't pronounce that last word echad wrong, because with a resh it means completely different word.
Mm.
changes it. So there's a case where the jot or the tittle make a big difference. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's not the tet, because it's not really long.
Because it's not long, yeah, it doesn't go below the line, right? The kaf sofit would go below the line. The kaf sofit, not the cat, but the kaf sofit. Okay. All right. Okay. Any other questions like that?
Is it
Yeah, I have a
Is it Anoki for the emphatic I?
Anoki.
Anoki?
Yeah.
Anoki?
Yeah, I think the accent is on the middle one on that particular word. I'm not positive. It could be on a key.
I see.
I don't know. I'm gonna look that up and see how Hebrew pronounces that. A Hebrew national pronounce it. But I think I've always heard it as Anoki. So it's the way I've been pronouncing it. Okay. And somebody else had a question. Was it? Who had a question on the line? Was it Ellie?
yeah,
or,
I did.
Okay.
Colleen, I had a question about the word Cain, and I guess it's also Hain. That N, that noon, it's long because it's at the end, and it's a a Sophie again?
Yeah, that's the noon sufi on the feminine form
Okay.
of the word they.
No, she's talking about.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, the cane.
The cane?
Yes.
Yeah, the cane. Yeah,
Yes.
that's the noon sufi. Yeah.
Okay.
And the Sophie ending, that just means that it's at the end of a word?
That's right. The word sophit means end.
Okay.
Okay, comes from the word soph. Soph is means you know where it says in Ecclesiastes, this is the end of the matter. The word there for end is soph. This is the soph of the matter. Okay. You may be familiar with the term Ein Sof. Ein Sof. He's the eternal one. Ein Sof.
And the beginning and the end.
Yeah, the beginning and the end. Yeah, he's the there's no end. There's no end to him. Ein Sof, no end. Oh, he's
Oh, Ayin means no?
well, no, but there's a term called Ein Sof, and it is referred to God. He's the Ein Sof.
That would be more of a German EIN. Spelling in German is ein or one
Yeah,
or the one.
Yeah. Okay, so
That's all I remember from
the end of all, I guess.
Go ahead, German.
Okay. Any other questions? Any other things? Sometimes I say things and I don't know how to back it up. The Ein Sof, I know about it, but I just can't. I have to get into the language again on that particular one. All right.
And so
Okay. Everybody good? I've got another handout for you.
Can I get an extra one of this and then the one you're about to give out to?
Yes. Yeah. This one right here, one we just went through over?
Yeah.
Okay, you got one there? Okay. Okay, so these are some things that I'm going to give you. And pass two back to Hannah there. You can pass one there. There we go. Okay, so these are some words that once you sound them out, you're probably going to recognize the English form of them. Pretty. These are what's called cognates. All right, these are words you're going to recognize. They're going to once you pronounce it, you're going to recognize what the word is in the English. But you'll see the difference in the pronunciation in it. So if you want, that'll be something you can take home and work on. See how many of those that you can figure out what they are in English. But work that out and see if you can pronounce them, and then maybe write the English out there next to it. And then next week we'll see how many of them you actually got and cover the ones that you didn't get. How's that? So that's a vocabulary list that we can start working on. Some of them, if you got any questions about how to pronounce it or whatever, just bring that question to class next week, and we'll discuss the vowels and stuff that make it a little difficult to pronounce. But we'll go through that list next week. All right.
The line's on the left side.
The what?
The line is on the left side of the page, not on the right side of the
Yeah, well, actually, that's something that happened when I copied it, because I printed it out and then copied it, and for some reason it put a line on there that I didn't put on there. That's not in my original copy. So somehow or another, my printer put that line on there.
Okay.
So, but you're right. It should be on the right hand side. There's a line. I didn't intend there to be a line there at all. But it ended up being there. Okay. And then when I copied it over, because what I had to do is my printer doesn't print out all the vowels, and so I had to write in the vowels, and then I had to I had to run it through a scanner, and somehow or another the scanner got a line in there. So it was more my scanner problem than anything else. Okay, everybody good? Anybody got any questions about anything? How are we doing on the vowels? We didn't sing our song. We got to sing our song, right? We got to sing our alphabet song. All right, let's sing our alphabet song. So for Elaine, what we do is I sing the first part of it, and then you guys, it'll be like an echo. All right, so I'll sing a couple of letters, then you'll echo that. So in fact, I'll sing the tune for you so that Elaine knows the tune, so that when we do, so I'll sing the whole thing without you the first time, and then Elaine will know the tune, or at least be familiar with it. Aleph, Bet, Hey, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Tet, Het, Yud, Ka, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samer, Kayin, Pei, Pei, Sad, De, Kuf, Resh, Shin, Sin. Okay, now we're going to do it with an echo. Aleph, Bet, Hey,
Aleph, Bet, Hey,
Gimel, Dalet, Hey,
Gimel, Dalet, Hey,
Vav, Zayin, Ket, Het,
Zayin, Tet, Het,
Yud, Ka,
Yod, Ha, Kaf,
Lamed, Mem, Nun,
Lamed, Mem, Nun,
Samer, Kayin, Pei, Pei,
Samer, Kayin, Pei, Pei,
Sad, De, Kuf, Resh,
Sad, Kuf, Resh,
Shin, Sin, Tam. Very good. Tov mode. All right. Well, we'll see everybody next week. Shalom.
Shalom.
We know what shalom
Shalom, thank you.
Nice meeting you, Colleen.
means. We're telling everybody to
You
destroy
too,
you
good to see
and
you.
establish chaos in your life.
That's right.
Great.
Go out and destroy that authority. That's what I'm telling you to do.